Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Today, staying in the realm of semi-political, we're going to talk about Ukraine. Because I know it's politically divisive. The left says we should continue funding them and giving them everything they need, and the rights, we're getting tired of forking over cash. Then you got the people somewhere in the middle that just don't care no more. Well, I can't say I'm on any one of those sides. Because do I firmly believe Putin has no business doing what he's doing? Yes, I do firmly believe that. Putin is very much in the wrong, and Ukraine deserves to be free. But everything we've done thus far has been half measures at best. We've seen the quality of the Russian military, formerly believed to be the third on the planet. A military that could go toe-to-toe with the U.S. and hold its own. Let's be honest, if they can't even push into Ukraine, they have no answer for what we are. It's just that simple. The Ukrainians are taking some of our training, a little bit of our very much second-hand equipment, and in some cases holding them off, some cases pushing them back, and even here lately, been taking Russian soil from Russia. And Russia thinks they can take us on. That very much amuses me. Some people will argue that we lost to Afghanistan. Yeah. Did we obtain our objectives? Yes and no. Did we ever face a tactical defeat? No, we did not. Not once. Every engagement was a very one-sided engagement. It was not fair, and that's why they would kind of engage and run if they could. They never stood and fight, and they always used human shields because they knew we were morally obligated not to harm anybody that wasn't directly involved in the conflict. So they use that against us. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's what they did. The Russian military is a uniformed military that we can go toe-to-toe with. We can identify at a glance at 1,000 yards. I am one of the people out here who believes, well, you know what? It's time to stop sending money. Do I really want to see our troops fighting for Ukraine's freedom? No, I don't. But if we're going to be involved in this fight, and don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted, we are involved. We need to stop doing half measures. Because the half measures are doing nothing but dragging it out. More people are dying than have to die. And does Russia deserve a resounding defeat? Yes. But does the Russian citizenry, the majority of which were conscripted into the military, deserve to die for Putin's bullshit? No, they don't. A rather vast majority of them very much disagree with the way he's running his country. He's just, well, a communist dictator who has complete and total control. The only way to overthrow him is going to be with, well, extreme violence. Or we go in there, arrest him, and bring him to the Hague for his war crimes. I'm down for that too. But if we're going to continue to fight this fight, we need to stop being candy asses about it. Say to hell with it. And put our boots on ground. And I promise, we put our boots on ground. My brothers and sisters. And they will go where they are sent. I know that much about my brothers and sisters. They won't be happy about it. They will bitch, gripe, and complain the entire way. That's what we do. But they'll fight that fight because at the end of the day, they are fighting for freedom. They are showing the world, and they know this, that America is not to be trifled with. Yes. Are our soldiers there to defend our freedom? Yes. The question you have to ask yourself is, do you want them fighting that fight on American soil where American civilians, non-combatants are in the crossfire? Or do you want them to show potential enemies that it's not worth it? Do you want them to show potential enemies that play the game if you want? We will come over and stomp a mud hole in your ass. Me personally, I prefer that the enemy knows that we are the most dangerous, most savagely violent, and ruthlessly efficient country on the planet as far as military doctrine. That way, the thought never even crosses their mind that, hey, let's go invade the U.S. Does that mean we will fight in foreign conflicts? Yes. It's the only way to show it without having it happen on our dirt. It is the only way to fight that fight without our civilians being in the crossfire. And as a former infantryman, I'd much rather go into some far-flung country, fight that fight tooth and nail, show the world what we are, who we are, and what we're made of, than wait for them to come to us. Because yes, will we lose less people that way? Of course we will. It's a defensive conflict. Not to mention the civilian population is going to get involved, and there's going to be violence coming from everywhere. So would we lose far less personnel in a defensive conflict? Oh yes. But we'd lose vastly more civilians. And that's something me, my brothers and sisters cannot and will not tolerate. We don't sign that dotted line because we want to get into a fight. We don't sign that dotted line for the free college. We sign that dotted line because we want to make you safer. And the only way to do that is to fight those fights somewhere else. Anywhere else. And if right now that fight needs fought in Ukraine, I'd rather it be fought in Ukraine. No offense to the Ukrainian people. I have nothing but sympathy for you. You guys are endearing. You guys have one hell of a fighting spirit. I have to tell you, I thought you were done within 2 weeks. I thought from day one you wouldn't last. You guys have held on super strong. And I would have zero issues fighting shoulder to shoulder with you. I've even looked into your Foreign Legion stuff. Unfortunately, I can't support my family on that paycheck. Otherwise, if there was more to it, I'd be there. That being said, my fellow Americans, if we're going to continue to support this fight, let's stop doing it half-assed. Let's fight the fight for real and finish it. That is the only way we're going to save lives, is to step in and tell them it's done. The U.S. military can end this conflict, and I firmly believe in just a few hours. If we truly release our hounds of war, we can have this conflict resolved, I have no doubt, in a couple of hours. From the time we go hot to the time they completely surrender, would be no more than a couple of hours. And that's if America only gets involved. If we all start swinging, Poland, the Baltic states, Finland, if all of NATO gets involved, and I'm not saying we invade Russia, no. But if we go toe the line, put a little ordinance in places that hurt, that conflict would be over in a half hour. The NATO alliance is way more powerful than Russia, China, and North Korea put together. It's not even a close race. North Korea, let's be honest, if they decided to get stupid, South Korea could wipe them off the map in no time at all. Their equipment has a fail rate somewhere along the lines of the Russian equipment fail rate. Why? Because it's all Soviet era crap. Anyways, this is something I could ramble on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I think this is where I'm going to leave it off for the day. Questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments. I'll see what I can address. So far, I haven't really gotten any views. Anybody who does watch this, thank you. Y'all have a great day. Be blessed.